and very dangerous to use. But probably super explosive.
Yeah.
So there you go. Dun dun dun.
Can you tell me all that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would assume he would tell you pretty quick, especially if you decide, hey, here's the explosives, let's go.
Can we be searching for them?
Yeah, if you guys want to look around town for them, you can.
Yeah.
Low luck. Caitlin, what's your luck? Are you mad? Don't be mad.
I like mythos, but I don't like hard bosses. I really don't.
I'm sorry.
What? 50. It's 50.
I have 50.
You roll at 50? Who wants to roll a luck check to see if you can
No,
find them?
luck check.
Luck.
Oh, luck. I have 55 luck.
Okay, 50. Low luck, so it's Caitlin. Okay. Okay. You guys look around town, you find them in that mining mech section. Don't give up, Caitlin.
I hate everything.
No, don't give up. Look at it as a challenge.
I'm gonna shit on it.
Look at it as a challenge.
I swear to God, it's gonna have a little bit of poop on it before I leave.
That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I could see the nurse dropping trowel in front of everybody after it's there. She'd be like, fuck you.
How are we going to transport this stuff?
And yeah, you can give them that information as well. The fact that this is super unstable right now. It's super explosive, but super unstable.
Do not touch it.
Don't even breathe too heavy close to it.
Is it? It's so even if
Dynamite's so dangerous.
even if we
gotten
just
old.
pick it up, it could.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the crystals on the outside are nitroglycerin crystals. Obviously, it sweated the nitroglycerin. Eventually, they congealed and became this. And it's because it's 20-year-old dynamite, so there's no way it's going to be stable.
Well, there's like no way to get to safely move the mine and then drop it on it. Because even if we drop it, it might, when like the dynamite hits the top of the crate, it might still explode anyway.
If we got this there and we dropped it, it would explode just by simply hitting the bottom of the thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely on that, yes. You hold it like this and drop it, it's probably going to blow up on you. But maybe not. But probably. But maybe not. But probably.
Very, very small chance. Like 0.0001%.
Yes. So there you go. There's definitely enough dynamite there, you think, to really mess up that whole mine shaft, though.
Good.
Could we just collapse the mine on it?
But we'd be in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could toss it into the front entrance and just simply seal it in there, but then we're sealed with it in the valley forever, because that theoretically doesn't kill it.
Maybe. Have you told them?
I
you guys told them about the whole
I told them
nurse wandering blindly?
Yeah. Do you want to...
Don't give up, Caitlin. This can be beaten. It can be.
We have shitty dynamite. We have a shitty creature in a hole that wants to put its shitty tentacles all over us. I'm going to shit on it.
And you can give up, or you can work to try to defeat it anyway. This is
How?
what Call of Cthulhu is about.
No shit.
Impossible odds, but still fighting to the last breath.
I have
Yeah,
an
okay.
idea.
We've been against Dark Young, and all I had to do is believe it.
I have an
It's fine.
idea.
What's your idea?
The alcohol again. But this time we actually put more effort into it. We move even the full barrels all the way there, and we literally just start dumping them from the entrance down, because the shaft is sloped.
Right.
The mine shaft is pretty flat.
Oh.
It goes straight back in
Oh, I thought
to the side of the hill, but then at the end, it drops into the pit.
Okay. Okay.
Wait.
No shit. No shit.
Wait.
All of
Now
it.
turn that anger into energy.
Wait.
I don't really see anything possible here. You
That's
either
fine.
burn it and it does nothing, because if you're a lantern on it, it was like, oh.
Yeah, you don't know what happened with that lantern.
Probably just sat there and snuffed it because it's probably getting high on it. Probably immune to fire.
What about your dream?
Okay.
Is
I
there
guess my
anything
adventure
that
sucks
happened in the
balls.
dream that could
I'm sorry.
No.
I just know nothing about it, and these townsfolk are getting burned before I leave. They have nowhere to live.
The townsfolk are actually a fantastic place to start.
Would I know
Well,
if
that's
we
how
could
you shit.
potentially take off the crystals from the outside and potentially put in something else?
Wait, what?
The crystals on the outside of the dynamite, yes?
Yes, yeah, you don't want to do that. Think.
Yeah, okay.
They're connected to it. It's basically, what happens is dynamite sweats the nitroglycerin, which is the high explosive. And then eventually that sweat will crystallize as more of it comes out.
Okay.
So that is part of the high explosive
It's
thing
like
of
a
it.
combination of
Yeah,
black
this
powder
kind of
and
dynamite, if you found this kind of dynamite and you weren't in a bad situation like this, the best thing to do would be to hope that wherever it is doesn't matter and like fire some bullets from as far a distance as you can get and still hit it, or start a fire so the whole thing will just explode and make sure you're really far away. Just because it's just dangerous as hell.
Yeah.
Like all those shells that are unexploded in France that you left behind. There's so many. They get worse every year.
Still find shit in Berlin.
Yeah, they're still finding stuff in France from
Yeah,
World War One. There's still areas of France you can't go into. You're not supposed to go into. They
Isn't there
put
like
fences around it, and you're just like, just don't go.
Isn't there like this one aisle that no animal lives on because there's so many mines on it that have.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but even artillery shells will just sit underneath the ground when they don't explode, and they still have all that explosive in them. So
You can ask Ezekiel where the older members of the town are.
Ezekiel can get my ass.
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Because they might know where a safe mode of transport for stuff like that is.
No.
Mm-mm.
What they would know is potentially other methods. We have not explored this town completely,
True.
and there are definitely other ways. You might even be able to find.
So what's the plan? What do you guys want to do?
We could make makeshift bombs out of the alcohol.
They'll burn. They won't explode.
I say we keep looking.
Yeah.
What are you looking? Where are you looking? What are you
I
looking
guess
for?
we'll just go up the street.
You're all getting worn out. You're getting tired. It's getting late. Up the street, you got abandoned houses on the left. There's the where it says Reverend J. Smith is where the church is. That looks abandoned. J. Maxwell's abandoned. J. Maxwell. The little houses up here at the corner here are abandoned. Looks like a lot of people are gone from this town. What do you want to do?
It'd be nice if we still have the car.
Car's a mile away.
I know, and we can't get to it. So is there like any vehicle in this town?
You haven't seen any.
It's possible.
There might be
It's
wagons
possible
somewhere.
this town was actually isolated before vehicles were invented.
Yeah.
1904 is what he said his father went into the mine, so
Yeah,
there were motor cars, but they were not many. And this is a nowhere mine, somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So
I want to go into the mine. I want to see if there's any books in there.
you didn't see any on your way to.
There were no
where the
other
thing
paths.
was.
There were no other paths in the mine.
Small cuts and that kind of thing, but nothing substantial.
Well, there were 12 other paths.
Oh, there's 12 other mines. Yeah.
Should we search
Is it
the other
possible?
mines?
If you want, you're all getting very, very tired. But yeah, you can push on. Up to
Hold
you.
on, before we actually make that commitment, let me see this. I'm trying to take a look at this again.
There's a fucking spell to shit on it. Figuratively this time.
Would we know at this
Literally
point
hilarious.
where they consolidate their resources to?
I'm sorry.
Would we know at this point
Fucking
where the
chewing
towns?
gum creature.
Would we know at this point where the townspeople consolidate their resources to?
No. You know,
'Cause-
there's, let's see, who was in the
Because
butcher
as
shop? You
people
know there was
die,
a butcher shop.
As people
Yeah.
die off and those houses become abandoned, suddenly what's left is left with a lot of surplus shit. So it's
Mhm.
so either they're all just dividing it amongst each other, or they're putting it somewhere.
Possibly either one, yes.
I'll go find it, but, yeah.
We'd
I
have
think-
to
I think we need to
interrogate
find.
Ezekiel.
I think we need to find a little person with a smokestack on, because I don't want to have to shoot Ezekiel in front of his son.
Oh, I will.
Holy crap.
I'll fucking drop him.
Let's go to the doctor. He's 60 years old. He would have been
60-year-olds aren't afraid of death. Let's find somebody young.
Why are you trying to kill people?
We could threaten Ezekiel by murdering Mitchell.
Holy crap.
Wow, this got dark. I'm
This
gonna go
got
pee.
real dark.
I'm sorry, but
The insane man suggested that first. Going on record, the insane man suggested that first. Let's go find Ezekiel.
You know where he lives. You know where his house is.
Yeah.
It's dark. There's some smoke coming out of the chimney, though. Like I said, probably all the fireplaces last all that long. Cold-blooded murder will require a sanity check. Keep that in mind. And that includes any time you kill somebody who's not
I
fighting.
did say threatening.
So, no, threatening's fine.
Could
I'm
I
just saying.
charm Ezekiel?
You could try.
At this point,
Oh, okay.
So how do you approach the house? Petrov is very angry still.
I'm gonna go first because I want to try and negotiate.
And you're going first. Knock, knock, knock. You have to knock several times before there is an answer. It is Ezekiel. He's wearing a nightshirt. He's got his jacket thrown over his shoulders. His son is there. His wife is looking over his shoulder as well.
The rifle, within seconds, is leveled at his head. Now someone else do the talking for me.
I'm gonna charm him.
He just shakes his head. You can try to charm him, yeah. What are you saying? I need to know what you're saying to him first. How are you trying to charm him? Charming is using your innate charisma to try to get somebody to do what you want.
Like, Ezekiel, I know that this thing is like trapped for people, like the people here.
Mm-hmm.
If you help us figure out how to kill it, you could leave or trade to come in and, more so you could just leave. But, I mean, you're all going to die here. You don't do something about it.
Okay, make your turn check.
Nope.
78. Okay. He doesn't seem too fazed by your gun. He says, we're all going to die here anyway.
But
Why do you think so many of these houses are abandoned?
You could live somewhere else if you fought back.
You don't know what you're dealing with.
I
My
know-
pappy
I know
called
what
down
I'm
a
dealing-
god.
I
That
know-
thing is a god out there. Do you know that? Did you know that?
Yes.
He gives you a look like he doesn't believe you.
I had the feeling it was.
So how do you kill a god?
All we've killed or defeated.
with high explosives, I yell.
You're right there. Are you not on the front porch?
I'm next to him.
He's like right there in Ezekiel's face. Like literally
I'm
that
not
far
that,
away.
Well,
You don't have to yell is all I'm saying.
I realize he's not phased by the gun, and I
We
just
don't
lowered it.
have any.
We found some.
And it won't let you kill me because it wants us alive.
Why?
To add to its mass.
So if we tried to kill you, what would it do?
It will take your mind. And those it takes, sometimes it takes those at night, sometimes. Haven't you had any of the nightmares? Look, it's let me tell you all this. It doesn't care because it knows you can't do anything.
Yeah, and I saw what your father did.
Then you've had the nightmares. So imagine having them every night for 20 years. It doesn't leave much up here. It doesn't leave much of any of us. And lets us breed. And it takes the old. And it'll take us all someday. It says it'll keep us warm and safe. You won't have any need for nothing. He just looks like he just shakes his head at that. Doesn't know what to say beyond that. So it don't matter. If it doesn't take you tonight, it'll let you stay. Let you get a woman. Let you have some children. Ain't good. But it's not like we can get out. He gestures up the street towards the edge of the valley that you guys came from. Why do you think nobody knows about this place? Why do you think policemen have come here? Tax collectors have come here? And then they leave because Nagala knows if too many people disappear here, then more will come. But maybe too many for it to deal with. Maybe. I don't know.
Then how did that old man get out?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea how Bryce got... Bryce? Whatever his name was.
Where did he live? Where did he live?
Where did he live?
Where did he live? He says he gestures kind of over that way, which is towards the northwest side of town.
Have you cleaned this
He
house?
says there's a house on the corner of... Oh god, the streets aren't named. There's a house on the corner a block over. He gives you a description that seems to say...
Have you been in that house yet?
It says J. Vice.
Have you been in
Have you been in that house yet?
He looks a little embarrassed at that. Yes, we have. We took everything out when he wasn't there.
Where is it now?
Where
All
is
of
it
it.
now? It's been spread out amongst everybody.
Were there any books?
Things wear out. Knives, forks wear out. They're not any good. Ones
Books.
that are still...
Information.
There's no books in there. Ain't been books in this town in years. With all due respect, they make good toilet paper. We didn't find any. And you guys realize that. Using an outhouse, it's either that or a corn cob or your hand. Or leaves or some bullshit. That chair's broken. I can't figure out how that chair got broke.
I could feel it, though.
It's like crooked. I'm a little irritated. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, it says,
That old man.
I don't know.
To get out.
I don't know how Vice got out.
He managed to get out.
You found him a mile away, you said.
Yeah.
Over a mile away. Because we hit him and he slid for a while.
He kind of looks pained at that, like, ew. I don't know. I don't know how he got out, but all I know is Nyarlathotep can erase the memories of being here. That's why when the police have come, I haven't been here in years. That's why, I don't know, it seems like that's why the people in the surrounding towns don't even remember this place exists. I don't know. It's a god. It'll do what it wants. Half time, I don't know if it's my thoughts or Nyarlathotep's that I'm thinking.
Well, usually he makes
I know,
it
I don't
pretty
know what's wrong
clear.
with him. Yeah, when he's talking to you. When it's talking to you. Other times you get these thoughts in your head that can't be right. But why do you think most of these houses are empty? We wandered off to the mines sometime late at night, either sleeping or once their minds have finally gone, they just disappear. Once we find them gone, we do what we have to.
Well, we found the dynamite. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if about any dynamite. The mine's been shut down for 20 years. I was a child when this all happened.
Found dynamite.
Highly explosive dynamite.
Very old dynamite.
Okay.
But we need a means to get it to the mine without it blowing up.
We'll just carry it.
It's...
You don't know how dynamite works?
No. I was a kid when this happened.
Do you know any?
My education ended at like age 8.
Do you know any miners still in town?
Are they all gone?
Oh, God. I didn't think about this.
One of the things that's actually working in our favor right now is that the number of people that the thing has absorbed and learned from is very minimal, and it's been incredibly ignorant people thus far.
Not necessarily. Do you say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
Please. Add to it.
Oh, God.
I think Mr. Spur used to work in the mines.
Where is he?
He's down the street on the left. He's next to the old newspaper office.
Well, you're coming with us, and we're going to go see him.
What? Why? There's nothing you can do. What can I do? He's still wearing his nightshirt with a jacket over it.
It can be up all day.
And slippers.
This is war.
Just hop into character. So why? He's still waiting for an answer as to why he should come.
You might know something you need to know.
Not that character.
I was like 7 years old when all this went down in 1904.
This is yours.
Well, how about this? You're responsible for trying to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
I was not in control of my actions. None of us were at that party. I didn't even want to have that party. You think I wouldn't have told all of this to you before if I could have?
In his defense, he is correct.
You did
As
see...
mad as I am.
Nyarlathotep had us do it. He made us do it. He said, he controlled us all, including Mitchell.
Why didn't he take Mitchell?
Because Mitchell can breed. And there's more bodies from Nyarlathotep when he gets older. He takes the crazy and the old and the infirm and the ones that, as long as it's alive. Hell, we used to have to, when I was a kid, they were made to send cattle into that damn mine shaft. To take anything alive to make him bigger, apparently, or something. I don't know. It's so confusing.
He was quite large. I'll give him that.
Oh yeah, you're the only one that saw him. You saw him?
And
you're
his
still
giant
alive?
eyeball. He's a giant flesh ball.
If we even get close to defeating him, he'll just stop us. Wait here. He slams the door shut. You see a light come on in the house. And like 5 minutes goes by and the door opens again and he's got his jacket on and he's wearing boots and stuff. Boots and pants. Alright, lead on.
We're heading to the miner's place.
Yep.
Okay, he shows you where Spur's house is. It's down the street. Next to where the old newspaper office is. And You guys wake up Mr. Spur, who's very confused. He's probably about 60 or 65 years old.
Was it?
Huh?
Was it? Oh, man.
Whoa. Yeah, he looks very confused. There are people at his doors. Ezekiel's kind of with you in the back. He says, "What's happening? What's going on, Ezekiel?" What's going on?
He asked Ezekiel.
Ezekiel just looks at you guys.
We need to know how to transport dynamite to the mine.
Why?
To blow up your friend.
I point at him.
To blow up the guy controlling your minds.
He looks at Ezekiel. Ezekiel just shrugs. It's just like, I don't know. Well, you just pick it up and you carry it.
Oh my god damn.
I point.
You guys are being very vague with these people. You're not like giving him much more detail. So
I
it's
explained
like,
to him the condition of the dynamite.
oh, okay. There's still dynamite in there?
Yes,
Surprised it hasn't blown up already. His only suggestion may be a sled pulled by a very long rope.
Yeah, if you can even get on there without it blowing up.
Well, there's that too. He says that too. It's just like, get a mine cart once you're there and roll it down the tracks.
But there's not enough track for to reach the end of the hole.
It'll get there.
Right, well, I mean, yeah, he doesn't know that, he tells you that if it's 20-year-old dynamite, it's very explosive. And it's going to be more a matter of luck than anything else getting it there without it blowing up.
What happens if we do seal it in there? It can't feed anymore.
Yeah, it just stays there, man.
Or then it commands all the villagers to start mining again.
I mean, even if
Could
they
be.
have to clean with their hands, it'll eventually, you know.
Like, how the fuck do people even mess with magic? They know it ain't gonna go right.
Nobody alive here. Well, I guess technically Abraham is still alive, somewhere inside Nagala. But dun dun dun, make you people think you're in college. Figure out a plan.
We face gods every day.
Scooby Doo me. Figure out a plan that'll defeat it.
Or is there setting because my butt was numb?
That's fine. My feet are hurting.
Well, you should wear some shoes.
What? Oh, I have.
Shoes.
I have Grandpa Simpson slippers on.
Oh,
It is possible that there's something else in this town. But the problem is that we're tired.
yeah.
That's the
It is the
limiter here.
middle of the night.
I kind of already left anyway.
I'm
I
What do you
left at the Ezekiel's house.
You just went back to the hotel and went to
Yeah.
bed? Okay. I'll have to make a nightmare check for you.
Cool. I hope I have a lot
Alright.
of me shitting on that monster.
I had to find that part of it this time.
I'm going to
Yeah, okay.
when it's dead. And
Basically,
don't. I'm holding
Ezekiel says there are some sleds in town. The kids still use the old sleds. They're not in good shape, but they could be used. There are mine carts still up there by the old rail. Unfortunately, the rail ends a little ways from Nagala. So at that point, it would become trying to transport the stuff in such a way that it wouldn't just blow up. Not to mention then having to deal with Nagala. He might have gone back to sleep, is what Ezekiel says.
Nagala.
He thinks the Nagala sleeps. Sometimes
Sleeps.
there are times for weeks when they don't feel him. But still, when somebody tries to leave town, it wakes him up. Somebody new comes into town, it wakes him up. He thinks. But this is all supposition. He's not sure because he doesn't have any verifiable proof. It's just a feeling he's had. He's been here 20 years as a child dealing with this thing from when he was a child. Maybe he sleeps. He might figure that you're trapped here now. You're not going anywhere. You're all young.
Could Vice?
So maybe he's going to leave you to breed.
It's very possible. Vice just reached an age where he was
I would sooner use
no
that.
longer important in the
Oh.
radar. What?
That came into your head now. Yeah. No, what? That's why that was there, maybe.
What?
I said I would sooner use that noose.
Yeah. Just like Story.
Oh God.
He blew his brains out. The Reverend disappeared. We think that Nagala called him. I think that.
So would Nagala stop us from trying to kill ourselves?
Probably. If he could.
If we stay here, we're dead. if we try to leave for dead.
He mentions that that at least one person has committed suicide. That Story, who ran the newspaper, killed himself about a year after McGowan got here. Other people have tried. Some people have killed themselves. Not many.
What we can try to do is we can try to move the dynamite. We can take a risk with the really long rope on the sled.
At least if it blows up on that, and you might survive.
If it blows up, we might actually survive.
And if it does, then you just make it out there forever.
And if it does, let's make sure we die.
So don't use the rope.
I'm using it.
You just pull the sled. Oh no, I blew up.
We could also wait a day or two.
You don't have. Are you doing it tonight? Do you want to wait? I mean, you're all tired. You've been going all day, exhausted. Right? You've already gone to bed. You've been going all day, exhausted, and you're all beat.
I asked Ezekiel. You say that sometimes you feel like he goes to sleep.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you have nightmares?
Maybe he put that in my mind. I don't know. He doesn't know about if the nightmares are connected to the sleep. He doesn't think it's connected. Okay. A lot of people have a lot of nightmares, a lot in this place. A lot of people are a little off. O'Brien is crazy. He is gone mad. He's scared of everything, like terrified of everything and everybody. And you guys noticed that before. He was just terrified of you guys. Ezekiel thinks he's insane.
O'Brien or Mackenzie?
O'Brien. The guy who runs the hotel. He's just like paranoid and terrified of everybody. So anyway, what do you guys want to do? We can like skip over role playing stuff, and if you guys want to do a plan and figure out how long you want to take and what you want to try to do, and then move on to rolls and see what happens.
I guess we should probably get a night's sleep.
Yeah, we should start with that. But then the next day, I think I would like to take a day and explore the town. I don't think the townspeople are going to mess with us, but I want to see if there's anything else we can do. I want to make sure that the dynamite is the only option. If there's something else we can do, then we'll do that. But, that's what we got.
Okay, so you guys go to bed that night. Make me... everybody needs to make me a hard power check.
I get the person else.
I got 30. I have a 55.
Let's see, a hard power check would be half. So 55 would be a 20-something, 27,
28. Yeah, I know.
So you don't make it. You have nightmares you don't remember.
God.
If you make it, you have the nightmares.
I could use...
Did you make it?
90. I rolled a 90.
You have nightmares, but you can't remember the next morning. You have another one.
I remember it.
I thought you were about to make me, sleepwalk into the thing.
No. If you make the roll, then you have the nightmare. So it's rare that people have the nightmares.
By half.
Yes, half.
What's happened to the 65?
32? 33? Did you make it?
No.
Okay, you have nightmares, but you don't remember. Again, Wallin's the only one who remembers.
Woo.
You want me to just read it to you, or do you want to get a note again?
I'll take a note.
Okay. Here we go.
Pretty soon you're going to tell us that.
Number 4. That's what it is. Okay. So, yeah, we could probably trim the role-playing to get to whether or not you guys survive or not. Or end up living here for the rest of your lives. No. Or murdering yourself.
I will use that news.
You could try, but there might be some complications.
I will use the news every day.
Okay. Hey, that's one way out. That's not a bad way for a Cthulhu investigator to die.
I don't care if I strangle to death.
So,
okay, then.
Well, you would probably want to jump high enough to snap your neck. That'd be fast.
I'm too tall.
You got the nightmare again? That you could see?
Yes, you got another nightmare.
It's fine.
So anyway, you have that nightmare. The next morning, O'Brien acts like nothing's wrong, like nothing's different. He gives you your food and he tries to get out of there as quick as he can. He doesn't seem to be listening in on your conversations anymore. Maybe that was Nagala. Huh? Would you stop?
Everybody here's going to
Come on.
all down.
You tell him what you dreamt?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what was it?
So I was a little kid. I felt something pulling me towards something. Then my mother tapped on my shoulder, got my attention, and then I saw that she had a blank stare, and we both started sort of walking forward.
Okay,
You should talk to Ezekiel about that.
What's he gonna do?
I'm pretty sure it just meant Nagala was taking 2 more people.
But I want to know who they were.
I know exactly who they are.
Yeah.
Ezekiel's kid and his wife.
It's not. They're still there. You find that out.
Okay.
No, it was a good guess. He doesn't know.
The only kid I've seen.
Yeah, there haven't been many kids around this
Time for
town.
you to play a game.
He doesn't know who
Guess
that
who's
was,
missing.
but there were lots of people who have disappeared over the years.
So he doesn't care.
Any childhood friends?
He just doesn't know. He has no idea. He will see if anybody's missing in town now. And after a few hours, it turns out it doesn't seem like anybody's missing.
Somebody will be.
So it wasn't somebody now. It didn't just happen.
Yeah.
And besides,
So far-
it was summertime when that happened
Yeah.
too. By the way. So
far, everything seems to have been like in the past.
Yeah.
you search through town. Where do you want to hit? Do you want to break into houses that are boarded up or
The
anything like that?
nightmares appear to be the repeating memories of the people that were taken in the moments when they were taken. And we need to look around town.
Where do you want to look? What are you looking for? Are you breaking into houses? Are you abandoned houses and stuff, or what?
I'm breaking into houses. Actually, no,
Like-
I'm not. There's no point in it anymore. They've looted all these places themselves.
What they had looted.
The newspaper office didn't look looted to you, by the way.
I'm gonna go
I
out.
mean,
I mean, it didn't look like drawers were open and
I
shit.
was
You about
about
to
to
say
do
that?
Yeah.
They're breaking into the newspaper.
The only other building stands out would be the church.
Didn't he say
What?
that the person that wrote the story about the man who went into the caves was a
Was the one
newspaper
who-
and was one of the first ones taken?
No, he was the guy who hung himself.
Hung himself.
I thought he shot himself.
Shot himself?
No,
Shot
you
himself.
don't.
Shot himself.
Shot himself. Let's go to the newspaper.
You break in the newspaper. The front. Where's the newspaper? The
We need a gash.
looks like the front room has the printing press. There's still like what's it called? The pieces, the letters, whatever. There's a smaller room in the back filled with back issues. A larger back room with some living quarters. Everybody can make a spot hidden. And it looks like the last issue of the paper is actually there as well.
Yep.
You know it?
No.
There
I don't see it.
are some blood stains, like a splatter on the wall.
No.
It almost looks like, and there's a bullet hole,
I got.
Yeah.
like right in the middle of the splatter. You made it too?
Yeah.
You noticed that too, John.
Well, this guy did. I guess.
They were looking. You looked through the newspapers. The last newspaper is dated Friday, January 20th, 1905. The only thing that's interesting is this. There's an editorial that is the style is different from all the other newspaper articles. You know what I mean? Well, it's not. Most of them are pretty concise, and this has got this real flowy kind of writing. It's kind of strange.
This is really long. I read slow, so
You're good.
Last issue as editor leaves once for all. Revelations and news, and for this time's venue as your own editor is